Finals of OSL, he only had to beat players like MC, who, let's be honest, doesn't have great PvZ. Oh wait, he has the best PvZ in the world. That's how good Dongri is.
MC has awesome PvZ. Rain, I think, is Rain is playing slightly better than MC. When I mean slightly, I mean compared to how much better MC is than a lot of other Protosses. Rain is just a little bit above that, and I can't wait to see DRG versus MC. Hype! Hype, guys,
hype
for
train,
OSL
hype
finals. As well as this weekend's finals between Life and MVP and GSL. I can't wait to see that as well. So many young guys who are incredible at this game. I found out DRG is like a couple months younger than me. That blows my mind. Guys, welcome to Metropolis, where we're going to see the first game between these two players. Starting off in the top center, it is DRG from Team MVP. His real name is Park Soo-ho. His hometown is DRG, which is why he called himself that. I would like to see DRG and Rotterdam meet together. Like, just talk about how much they love their hometowns.
Imagine if there was a player called Gangnam before the song came out. How cool would that be?
That would be really cool, man.
And then everybody was like, oh yeah, Gangnam style. And he was a really good player.
Yeah, and every time he wins, you know, he just plays that. It's like his motivation.
Do you know what just win? OP Gangnam style.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh,
I think that'd be really cool.
If only.
No, but no one's from Gangnam. Man, I actually would be really surprised, man, because Gangnam's just so absurdly rich. It'd be really cool to see like someone from StarCraft come from Gangnam. But we'll see where things go from here. MorroW is going for a command center first. A very safe build on this map. In fact, I think what was it not too long ago when we saw Andre triple hatch before Pool from Vibe when he saw a command center first? It was like super greedy response.
On Muspelheim.
Muspelheim.
Against. I forgot who it was.
Was it against Rio?
Yes, it was against Rio. Good call.
Good call.
But yes, honestly, I wouldn't hate DRG if he actually did something like that, knowing that there's a 14 TZ coming out really, really fast. Just saying, okay, you're probably not going to put any pressure on. Let me go ahead and just take that third hatchery super fast. Instead, look at what we see, a very early gas. And this is, okay, so I don't mind this at all. I actually like it a little bit later, knowing that, you know, I don't have to deal with like one base pressure. And this is actually going to come at a time where he can be on the map really, really early, threaten those counterattacks. There are actually builds where you rush in with like 18 Zerglings when your opponent just gets out 2 Hellions and they send it across the map, and you can actually surprise your enemy really, really nicely. But against MorroW, I feel like he's a player who's very comprehensive in his openings. He likes to actually prepare for those type of things and not really cut corners. So I don't know how effective something like that would be.
Although, Andre, the bunker being in front does pose a little bit of a problem with that, unless MorroW can get off the wall in time. Just like you said, that run-by, that Zergling run-by is still actually very popular in Korea. I remember Prime Zergs were doing it quite a lot, especially Boom Boom, back in leagues like KSL. And then it just became like this really cool thing. Like Hyung did it a lot to see in the IPO Fight Club, which was, by the way, I'm really sorry to see him, man, but that was just brutal to see Hyun dismantle him. And Hyun would do a bunch of Zergling run-bys, just like you said. He would send in 16 to 20 Zergling and just really shut down any kind of mule mining early on. And then you realize that those early mules really help you compound your early momentum.
Oh, yes.
And then all of a sudden, you just completely swarm everything. Look at that, 20 Zergling on the way.
Boom. So MorroW might be in a little bit of trouble here. It depends what he does with these initial 2 Hellions and if he actually gets the wall in time. It is something to always keep in mind, but you know, do you know who's actually a big proponent of this? Major. He says, as Zerg, this is so good, but whoa, lair going down. So we're gonna have very fast Spire Tech, I think.
Yeah. The way, I guess the way the transition out of this is just be able to do 2-base tech and when you deny, but MorroW, is he going to be prepared?
Oh, gosh.
I don't think so. In fact, he's just trying to finish off the wall nonchalantly. He has no information. In fact, his Hellions are going opposite ways, and they're going to miss the Zerglings, and he's going to see nothing at the natural. Like, what is going on? Because there's Zerglings attacking the natural, Andre. The bunker goes down without any kind of resistance, and MorroW's SCVs are going to die.
Yes, they are. Hellions coming from all the way across map. This is exactly what we were talking about. The timing is so tight, but it's so intelligent as well. Hellions will pop out. It'll stabilize MorroW, but there's already been so much significant damage done not only economically, but to the Hellion harass. The Hellions actually didn't find out if there was a third base or not. That's a big problem, because if he keeps going with this Banshee tech, it's going to be dead. Spire tech should be coming out pretty soon here. He hasn't actually thrown that down just yet.
And DRG got to surround the Hellions too. A lot of those Zerglings are weak. Ah, that's okay. It was a very spot. I don't think even DRG realized that was available. You know, it was just like, oh, Hellions right there. I'm just gonna surround it. It was one of those things where MorroW is like so disheveled from trying to reestablish his natural that a couple Hellions get picked off here and there really helps DRG with his map presence. Because how does Terran respond? He says, well, I feel like I need to kill some drones to, you know, equalize things. And that's where MorroW's going to try to increase his map presence, and that's what these Banshees are for. But let's see where this actually goes, because DRG is going to go for 2-base Muta, which is a very old throwback build in terms of ZVT, but I think I actually really like it in this position.
Yeah, it works well in today's metagame just because there's such an emphasis on delayed production. You don't get up any sort of anti-air or even anti-ground because you rely on all of this harass, Hellions and Banshees doing significant damage to really stop you and hinder you. But all of a sudden this Spire Tech is going to pop out, and because you've gone that third command center, even this is a delayed third command center, you have 0 anti-air. We still don't have additional, maybe even armories. We don't have additional barracks down, so these mutas are probably going to end the game, to be completely honest.
Man, they'll take out so much important time and gas investment from MorroW. Not just the Banshee, but also the Hellions. Well, MorroW's going to start preparing his ways for mech. And he does have a third orbital command to drop triple mules.
But he needs an eBay at this point.
Yeah, he doesn't have an answer to the mutas. It's just going to have a handful of mutas just kill everything. MorroW has 3 Marines out, and that is his only form of anti-air. In fact, MorroW's going to drop his he's dropping armory and engineering bay. Good, so he's not being super greedy. He's just being moderately greedy.
I'm actually really surprised MorroW hasn't thrown down that eBay. I mean, this is a clear sign of, you know, 10 to 11 minute mutas. When you don't see the third base coming out here, and you know your opponent has gone for an early metabolic boost, you're saying to yourself, well, you know, they're really relegated to either like Infestor play or Muta play. Does Infestor really make sense? No, it doesn't. So it's probably going to be Mutas. Based on the timings, I know it's probably going to come out around 10 minutes to 11 minutes. I got to prepare for that. So this eBay is really, really late, and you can see Mutas just ravaging the base already.
Just in time. 4 Marines. Have such a big, tall order. Marines are great against mutas, but without upgrades, they are kind of useless. The mutas are also trying to work onto the missile turrets before they can go up, but the SCVs can't build it in time. All the SCVs want to help, but they only stare. And in fact, no anti-air defense whatsoever. MorroW has to drop mules and evacuate to his natural expansion. That means he's on half economy for 3 factions. That's really tough, although 1 muta does get picked off on the way in.
It's okay, though. 2 Thors are on the way out. Again, MorroW will stabilize, but taking significant economic damage, just like the Zergling run-by in the beginning phase. And really, this is like not a position that you can actually recover from. You have no way to actually deal with these mutas. It's going to stunt your growth considerably. And behind this, we actually have a big all-in coming. You can see Banelings, Zerglings galore, and this is just going to be way too much for Frodan.
Oh, the Thors! They're trying to go for the SCV and the mules. They all go down except for a few stragglers. GG. Oh my goodness. 41 workers were killed after just 2 minutes of harassment and attack. DRG pulling out the old builds and just showing really cool play.
It's like kind of a crossbreed, though. That early Zergling pressure really isn't too standard for like the super old beta builds, but it is for this day and age. And then you incorporate the mutas to really throw off your opponent. You know, normally that Hellion scout actually verifies that there's a third base, but he sees really nothing. He wasn't able to scout that. So it's like, oh, I'm assuming you have a third base, but that's a bad assumption, and MorroW gets punished for that.
It's not every day where you see a 2-base Muta Baneling attack kill a Terran that went for mech, but hey, what can you expect? It was an awesome game, and we also have an awesome sponsor for Stamps.com. If you want hassle-free postage from your PC, there's a $5 special offer if you go to nasl.tv/p/stamps. It's only a limited time, though, so get it now if you want to send your family a postcard for Thanksgiving. We'll be back with our next game between DRG and MorroW. Can MorroW stop the Zerg pain train? We'll find out right after this break.